All right, welcome back. This is Mark with MT4Trading.com. With this, another in a series of video tutorials on working with MetaTrader 4. Today, we'll be concentrating on placing and editing orders. So you'll see the cursor is in the order box. You will notice the balance, the equity, and the free margin are listed on this order box. And the easiest way to enter an order is simply to go up to the market watch that we discussed in another video tutorial. Simply highlight the currency that you would like to trade and double click on it, and up comes the order box. And you'll notice that the symbol that we chose is the one that is available currently that is highlighted. There is also a drop down box so you can choose other currencies. However, I do find it more convenient to simply double click on the currency that we wish to trade. Next in line is the volume, which is the actual number of lots that we wish to trade. And here you need to be very careful, because generally it will default to the last amount that you traded with. On this particular account, the last trade I did trade with 0.10 lots, which by the way happens to be the minimum lots that are allowed by this particular broker. Gallant FX again is one of my favorite brokers because they do offer straight through processing, or STP. They generally have great spreads most of the day. They also have 5-digit pricing, which does give you the ability to be more accurate in choosing entry and exit points and allowing you to squeeze out as many pips as possible. So if we still wanted to trade with 0.10, which is the minimum of this particular broker, we could just leave it at that. If you want to change it, there is a drop down box. However, there aren't that many choices. It's better to just highlight and then put in exactly how many lots you wish to trade. So in this case, we're going to open with 0.20 lots for the sake of demonstration. We have the ability now to make a market order, which would be an instant order. There is also the ability to do a pending order, which would be either a buy limit, a sell limit, a buy stop, or a sell stop. But for the sake of this example, we will be placing a market order. You will notice the bid and the ask prices are listed here with the 5th digit. You can either sell by market or buy my market. Right now we're just going to click buy market. The order has instantly been entered. It gives me a summary of my order. This is the ticket number, the type of order, a buy, 0.20. This is the currency. That's the ask price that I was given. It says it was successful. Then I can click OK, or I can even print the information. I will click OK. And then I will go down to the order box to check my order. And from left to right, I see the order number, also known as the ticket number. This is issued by the broker. I see the exact time that the order was entered, the type of order, which in this case was a buy, the size, the lot size, the symbol, and it's the Euro USD. The GFX is with this particular broker. That suffix will vary by broker and is simply their way of indicating the particular currency. This was the price that I was given for my entry. Notice the stop loss and take profit have not yet been set, and I will demonstrate how to do that. This is the current price. A commission, if the broker charges one, this particular broker does not. Swap is the amount of daily interest or swap, and that happens at rollover. And generally that does vary from broker to broker, but generally it's around 5 p.m. Eastern time. So you may want to check with your broker to find out when that occurs. And then the current profit or loss is listed in this particular box. The comment box does not automatically show up. If we right click here and we uncheck this, you'll see that the comment disappears. The reason why I like to use it is if I'm using certain expert advisors or custom indicators, it will show me in this comment box which advisor or indicator opened the trade so that I can accurately follow my results. Now, if we wish to modify this particular trade, we simply right click on the box. You'll notice that it's highlighted, and then I have options here. I can place yet another order or hit F9. I can close this particular order, or I can modify or delete the order, which we're going to do now. I can also set a trailing stop as well. But for now, we will click on Modify or Delete Order. It calls up my current order. Notice that everything at the top is grayed out, which means I cannot make any changes because this particular order is being modified. Therefore, we cannot change the size of the order, nor can we change the currency, and so on. So in this particular case, I want to be able to set a stop loss and also a take profit. So you will notice that the current price is in the box, and all I have to do is click on that, and it puts it right there in the stop loss box. You'll notice that brokers also have a requirement as to exactly where you can place stop loss and take profits. This one says it must differ by at least 50 pips, and of course, where this is a 5-digit broker, that of course means 5 pips as opposed to 50, because we have a 5th digit here. So in this case, my entry price was 41.96, and I wish in this particular case to set a 100 pip stop loss. So all I have to do, I can use the up and down buttons, but it's easier to just highlight where I want to change the price, put my cursor there, and then I can simply type in the digits that I wish to choose. So in this case, it's going to be 4096, and I don't have to put a 1 there, I can just put a 0. So that's going to be my stop loss, which is approximately 100 pips. And then for my take profit, I'm going to put 50 pips for take profit. So again, I can click the box here. My entry price was 41.96, so I must do the math and add the 50 to that. So again, I can highlight here, and in that case it would be 42.46, and again, I don't have to, I can just put a 0 right at the end here. So now I have made my changes. I want to look at them again and make sure I've done the math right. I'd be using a calculator, or if you're good at mental math, you can do it that way, but make sure that it's all based on your entry price. So I now have a stop loss of 100 pips. I have a take profit of 50 pips. So now I will click Modify, and it tells me that I was successful. It's the same ticket number, and it gives me my stop loss and my take profit. So once again, I click OK, and I am done. And you will notice that my order has been updated with the stop loss and the take profit. So now I am finished, and also I currently have a status bar which shows me my current balance, my equity, and the reason why the equity is lower than the balance is because currently I have a minus for a profit, and then it shows my used margin. That's based on the 0.2 lots that I chose to trade with, and also with the leverage on the account. This particular account is 100-to-1 leverage. Then it shows my free margin, and then my margin level as a percentage. And again, we will go into more detail on the status bar in another video tutorial. So that's about it for now. I hope you learned something today about both entering and placing orders. I thank you for your time and attention, and I look forward to being with you again on our next video tutorial.